Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Hurricane Sally. I know there's no graphic on here today because I decided to not make it because I'm probably going to be doing a stream. I said probably, so maybe not, maybe will. But before we start today's video, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I know I haven't made a video in a while because I've been trying to fix OBS because OBS has had an issue, so I just reset it and I think it worked, but I really don't know. I know the comments are disabled till October, like I said, October 1st. So, but whenever October comes around, I'm gonna start asking stuff in the comments again, like I used to do. Like, 'cause I've really been saying that sometimes and then realizing that the comments are disabled. So, yeah, let's start today's video with the 2-day graphical weather outlook here. And we're only talking about 3 storms in this video today. Teddy here, Paulette here, and then Sally here. The rest of them we're not going to talk about. We're not going to be talking about the rest of Reen. We're not going to be talking about Vicky. Won't be talking about this disturbance here or this one over here. We're going to talk about those 3 mainly in this video. Real quick, let's look at the 5-day graphical weather outlook. We're just going to show this too. We see there's areas where that one can develop. Little area that one can develop, but we're not really going to be talking about those in this video. We're talking about Hurricane Sally, Paulette, and Teddy now. Let's get to Hurricane Sally. This is the one that we're mostly monitoring the most, and this is why we might have a stream later today on this storm. This storm is, I think, a Category 1 hurricane. I don't think it's Category 2. It could be. I think there was an update that just came out because I was looking at the rainfall amounts and it was different than it was like around probably 30 minutes ago. So I'm pretty sure this is a Category 1. This might be a Category 2. This is from the 1 p.m. Central Time, update 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, let me real quick check that if I'm right. Pretty sure it's a Cat 1, but it just became a Cat 1 earlier today. It is actually, I'm checking it right now while I'm talking. But while I'm checking that out to make sure if it's Cat 1, we're going to look at different threats. Let's look at the U.S. rainfall. This is the one that we're going to have to watch the most of. That's the biggest threat with this storm here. Very high rainfall amounts. Very, very high. We have here in this area, this is the area we're going to watch the most flash flooding. Right in this area here. It's Category 1, yeah. Category 1 with 90 mile per hour winds on the latest update. So, just letting you all know. We have, so if you're in the greens, you'll have 1 to 2 inches of rain possible. So, 1 inch at least of rain for your area. In the darker greens, you have 2 to 4 inches. So, you'll have at least 2 inches of rain in that darker green region. In that yellow region, you'll get 4 to 6 inches, or at least 4 inches of rain in that area. In the orange area, you'll have 6 to 10 inches of rain. That means you'll have at least 6 inches or more of rain. Then in the red, you have 10 to 15 inches. That means 10 or more inches of rain are showing. And then pink, that's shown up here, will have 15 to 20 inches or 15 inches or more of rain in that area. So we're going to be seeing an area here with the most flash flooding right in this area here. That includes Mississippi, Alabama, and maybe a little bit of Florida, or that's where we're seeing the pink. But if we look at the red, it includes quite a area of Florida now there. And then the oranges, even more people are in, including Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. So yeah, and darker greens and yellows. So yeah, that's our main threat, the flooding, but still that wind threat is a possibility. And speaking of those wind threats, we're going to look at that right now. Tropical storm force winds have definitely made an update because I know it was actually more aimed toward Louisiana. Now it's aimed for Mississippi and Alabama. We have a 90 plus mile per hour winds. That means there's high chance of like probably a 100% chance. A 90 or more means 100% chance of probably. Then we go down from there, from red to orange to yellow to green, because orange is probably anywhere from 50 to 70%. Those reds are 70 to 90% chance. The yellows are 30 to probably 50, 60% chance. And the greens are 5 to 30% chance. So let's look at that 50 knots winds. That's a little higher than tropical storm force. It's not in as big of an area, but there still is a 90+% chance for Louisiana of 50 knots winds. And then we still see those oranges as a 50 to 70. And also I forgot the reds, 70 to 90. The yellows, 30 to 50. And then the greens, 5 to 30%. Then when we look at hurricane force winds, we see no purples. That is good news. We are seeing some of those reds and a little bit of Louisiana, some of those islands here in the Louisiana. That's a 70 to 90% chance. We have some yellows and also some darker yellows. That's a 30 to 50% chance. We are actually seeing a little bit of orange, but not much orange. And we're seeing mainly green for 5 to 30% chance. But there still is a chance. So that's only hurricane, not tropical storm force with that. Let's look at the timing of arrival time for winds. Probably already some places are already arriving in it. The tropical storm. Let me see if we can. Here's the probabilities of tropical storm force. Let's look at earliest arrival time, and it's already hitting now. It's showing, or that's what it's trying to say. But by tonight, or no, Tuesday, around Tuesday, what does that say? Oh wait, well, around Tuesday 2 a.m. supposed to be into more of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, continuing into Florida. Those tropical storm force winds. Let's look at peak storm surge, and we're seeing pretty high amounts, near 7 to 11 feet of storm surge. So that's pretty high storm surge. You're going to have to watch those storm surge very closely. So yeah, let's look at the loop of the storm. And it's a very good looking storm to me, it just looks like a very good looking storm. Let's look at some of the storm information. This was at the actual, I don't think this is the 1 p.m. advisory or Central Time advisory, I don't think. Actually real quick refresh it, and it says it's okay. But this is where the storm is. It's south of Alabama, not hitting land right now, but soon eventually going to hit land. Eventually. Let's look at the strengthening path of this storm. And they're saying it's supposed to get up to Category 2. That is, it's showing it's basically just likely for a Category 2. Most of the models are saying, and actually just a few. I really don't know if I'll expect a Category 3. There is a Category 3 possible with this storm, and that would mean it would be a major hurricane, or classified as a major hurricane. It would be called probably Major Hurricane Sally, or you could just still call it Hurricane Sally, but I would call it probably Major Hurricane Sally. Let's look at where the storm is going to go. The storm's in this area. It's going to move off toward this area. I think there is a high pressure that will be coming in for this area. I think that's why it's pushing off toward the other area over here. So we're going to see that continue. That was just our first part of the video. We have a second part of the video for Teddy and Paulette. So we are in like 9 minutes of the video, and now we're talking about Tropical Storm Teddy, but this might not be as long of as Sally was. Don't forget, we might have a stream later, so don't forget about that. Maybe. I'm not gonna say for sure, but I probably will. This is where the storm is. It's supposed to move up toward this area here, turn into a major hurricane. And the thing is, this storm is either gonna go in a path toward Bermuda, where Paulette went, and stay as a major hurricane, or something could possibly lead it to go toward the United States, and that's something that we're going to watch, because that could easily enter the United States, it could impact Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. So we're going to watch that, because there is a possibility it could start curving toward this way, and we're going to have to watch that closely if that does happen. So if Teddy turns in or moves toward that area, that there could be a major hurricane toward the U.S. But anyway, it's just, if it doesn't do that, it's gonna hit Bermuda, and there's actually a chance of this on its path right now, possibly to get the northeast coast, or the northern United States or whatever. That's something we're going to have to watch very closely, because it's showing a major hurricane. We're really going to have to watch that. We're going to let's look at wind speeds real quick. Right now it's not, okay, there we go. We're seeing that it's showing on tropical storm force very strong wind speeds, and it should, or if it's supposed to become a major hurricane, I would think there would be higher chances for this area. But I don't know why it's saying that it's only going to be for that area, but maybe it's supposed to become a major hurricane maybe near this area too, possibly, I don't know. Then we saw a pretty high chance for 50 knots winds in this area too, and then on hurricane force winds, I think will definitely go up. As of it's showing, I think this will go up to near 60%, I think, probably in a few days, around this area up here, if it's supposed to become a major hurricane. This has a chance of becoming a Category 5, possibly. There's a chance. Not a high chance, but this is why we're going to have to watch it, just in case it heads toward the U.S. Here's the arrival time. Really don't have to show the arrival time, because nowhere is being really impacted unless you count Bermuda, and we're going to watch Bermuda too. But right now it's not supposed to be impacted yet. Right now it's showing it's going to go on a straight path toward this area. But you never know, it could make a little turn toward the U.S. Or it could still go on that path like Paulette did, that we're going to be talking about in just a little bit. Let's look at the loop of this storm. Not looking too impressive on satellite, but that can always change. Looking pretty impressive, but not that impressive. But I've seen worse than this from tropical systems. Let's look at some of the current storm information. We have these models saying it's going to become a hurricane soon. They're saying either anywhere from Category 1 to a Category 4, and maybe even a Category 5. Right now models aren't saying that, but the more time we go, the more it could go up, because it's still going to be in pretty good bars. It's pretty much in the main development region, where most storms develop. Most models are on board that it's going to become a hurricane at least. You see, there's no models saying a tropical storm. All of them are saying hurricane. So they're thinking this one's going to become a hurricane, and it's the peak of hurricane season. So whenever it's the peak of hurricane season, you have to watch it closely. We're going to look at the storm's going to go. Right now they're saying it's supposed to go up toward this area. But this is why I was wondering if it will go toward this area up here, maybe. We're going to have to watch that area, because it's showing a very strong hurricane if it does go toward that area. So we would have to watch if it went close to this part of the United States, or even if it made a curve toward this area. Right now it's not saying it. None of the models are saying that. There's still a possibility of that possibly heading toward the United States. I will not leave that not an option. Let's talk about this other storm now, the final storm we're going to talk about in this video, Paulette. I know this has been a long video. And Paulette is supposed to become a major hurricane very soon. Not supposed to impact the United States. It did impact Bermuda. Now it's clearing out, but now they're going to possibly have another storm, Teddy, possibly heading toward them, unless if it starts curving toward the U.S. That wouldn't be good news either. So both wouldn't be good news, unless we went in a path like, maybe like this. If it went like this, there would still be some impacts possibly to U.S. and Bermuda, so... But this storm is supposed to become a major hurricane and then turn into a hurricane and then start weakening. Supposed to move toward this area down here. This storm not going to have much after that. Nothing it's supposed to impact right now, showing. If we look at the wind speeds, 90 plus mile per hour winds. This area here. 90 plus, but there's nowhere going to be affected by the storm right now, at least. 50 knots winds. If we can get it loaded up, is this 50 knots winds? Yeah, it is. 90 plus still on here. So we're seeing a very high possibility for 50 knots, and then hurricane force winds that probably will be different. There's still 90 plus mile per hour, or hurricane force wind. So we're gonna have to watch this closely, this Paulette, but we're not gonna have to watch it head toward the U.S. This isn't looking as impressive as it was. I think it was looking pretty impressive a little bit earlier, but not looking that impressive as it was like right around this time. It developed the eye now, and it hit Bermuda. Now it's clearing out Bermuda. I think that's Bermuda right there. I'm pretty sure. So let's look at some other information on the storm. And it's supposed to weaken from now. It's supposed to turn into a Category 4, then just weaken from there. Or Category 3, sorry. And it's supposed to go down from there. So unless if that 1 mile is right, that will stay at Category 4. But I really don't expect that. So thank you everyone for watching. If I do have a stream, I don't know for sure if I'm having a stream. I'm going to think about it after this video. I'm going to post this video, possibly have a stream, and yeah, usually I delete my streams. Sometimes I save them, but usually I delete them after. Like, sometimes hurricane streams I keep. But thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video. Sorry this was a long video.